Simple English stories. Let's get started. She takes a cookie out of the package. She drops the cookie. It falls on the floor. The cookie breaks. It breaks into 4 pieces. 4 pieces are on the floor. She picks up the pieces. She takes them to the kitchen. She throws them into the trash can. She takes another cookie out of the package. This sad little story. Let's see what happens here. She takes a cookie out of the package. Well, what is package? This is package. And I have my popcorn here. Package. So she takes a cookie out of the package and she drops the cookie. Drops. She doesn't want, she does not throw it, she drops it accidentally. You know? She doesn't want to, but she drops it on the floor accidentally. It falls on the floor. The cookie breaks into many pieces. So first it's one piece, one cookie, and then breaks many pieces. In this case it breaks into 4 pieces. Well, look, in my picture it's 4 pieces, exactly 4 pieces, but it's 3 cookies. So one cookie here, so it broke into 2 pieces. But in our story, one cookie breaks into 4 pieces. 4 pieces. 4 pieces are on the floor. Makes sense? She picks up the pieces. She picks up 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces. She takes them to the kitchen and she throws them into the trash can. I have only one question for her. Why? Well, that's a good question. If you drop something on the floor, what should you do with that? If it's a piece of bread, or if it's a piece of apple, if it's an apple or a banana, and you drop it on the floor, what do you do next? Well, you can clean this part, you can wash this part. So you can blow on this part and you can eat it. Fine for me, absolutely fine. Unless you live in a, radiated place, like there is literally garbage on the floor and dirt and puddles and what else can be on the floor? Like very, very dirty, like stinky socks. Stinky socks on the floor, and you drop a piece of cookie, you drop a cookie right in this stinky sock. Like it's green, it's rotten. Ugh. And worms are everywhere. So what's the point? Or it's feces, feces. When somebody poops, the feces. If it's feces and you drop a cookie, I'm sorry if you're eating or something, sorry to spoil your appetite, but that's an interesting discussion. It's an interesting topic for discussion. Like, when do you really need to throw it away into the garbage, to the trash can, and when you not? So when you drop it on the feces, I think it's terrible. I wouldn't eat it. Absolutely, 100%. And if you drop it on the contaminated place, like poisoned, I don't know, poisoned grass, poisoned dirt. So if you eat it, you instantly die. How is that? Of course I wouldn't eat it too. If my cookie dropped on the floor poisoned with a poison, poisoned with something terrible, or it was irradiated with uranium or palladium, yes, I wouldn't eat it for sure. But if your floor is clean, as it's supposed to be, I think there is no problem, there is no shame, there is nothing wrong if you pick it up, if you blow to it, or if you wash it. In case it's a vegetable or fruit, you can wash it and it's clean. You know, in some cases, our table can be very dirty. I think that the table can be even dirtier than the surface of the floor. Yeah, why not? I think it's possible. So what? We don't throw it away, but there are lots of microbes on the floor as well. So what? Should we throw it away? Yeah, I've heard these statistics that in America alone, 50%, no, it's too much. I don't believe it now. So they say that 50% of food is thrown away to the garbage. 50%. I don't remember who said this number, but even if it's 20%, it's a lot. You can give this people to someone. Well, okay, there's another thing. If you don't want to eat it, you can give this food, you can give this cookie to somebody else, to a dog at least. You know, there are dogs or cats or pigeons. Pigeons like cookies. You know, they're crazy about cookies, at least in Russia. And I feel sorry for them. You know, those birds that are everywhere, pigeons. Yeah. So when you have a piece of bread and you throw it to them, they're like super hungry, like they've never eaten, like they haven't eaten for ages. Exactly. So they're like monsters who want to eat everything you throw to them, and they start beating each other, fighting, wrestling, crying, you know, with his little beaks. They kick each other to get this cookie, to get this little piece of cookie. So why don't share with them? It's a good idea. Just throw it in the street. I mean, on the grass, maybe, not in the street, because it's not particularly nice to see a cookie on the asphalt. It's even worse. So when people step on it, it's even worse. Yeah, so again, my advice here, don't throw it away unless it's contaminated or it's poisoned or it's disgusting. But our floor, I mean, there is nothing terrible about it. It's clean, it's nice. You can at least you can take this part away, this little part. When you touch the floor, this part you can take and you can grab it, you can scrub it, you can remove it somehow, and you can eat the rest. It's absolutely perfect. It won't kill you. Trust me, it won't kill you. So that's it. It's more like a cultural thing. How we act with food, not act. How we treat food. How we treat food. You see, we should treat even food properly. It's more of a cultural thing than medicine or science or something. It's more of a cultural thing. So do you respect your food? Are you grateful for your food? If you're grateful for it, remember imagine you were hungry. Imagine if you were hungry, very hungry. You haven't eaten for days, for 3 days, and then you have a piece of sandwich. Let's say you have a sandwich, nice sandwich with cheddar and tomatoes cucumbers and whatever. Very, very fresh, nice, tasty, delicious. Some ketchup. My mouth starts watering when I hear it. And you have it, and you super hungry. You haven't eaten for 3 days at all. Nothing. Not a piece. Not a drop. And then what? You eat it, and then suddenly you drop it because your hands are shaking out of excitement, and you drop it, and you're like, okay, I guess that's it for my lunch. I guess I'm full, and you throw it away. So does it make sense? No, people would eat it anyway. Just wipe it, swipe some dust, and you continue, and you go on. Well, so it depends on how you were taught, how you were raised, and what's your attitude towards food. So be respectful to your food, because today you have it, tomorrow maybe you won't have it. Who knows? Who knows? You know, people can lose their job and can go bankrupt. A lot of things can happen. So be respectful, appreciate your food, and you'll be good. You'll be good. She takes another cookie out of the package. Of course, there are lots of food. There are tons of packages. It's free. It's accessible. You can afford it. Oh, no big deal. Just throw it away, take another one. But there is always some room for respect. Be respectful. Bye.